Hey guys, Ryan here, welcome back to another episode of VGC Prep. So I ran some calcs, I compared Cradily and Gastrodon, and what I noticed, basically, long story short, if I'm using Giga Drain on Cradily, Earth Power actually does do approximately the same. It's a little weaker, obviously, and I'm talking about like towards water types, something like Suicune. Some things like that. Pure water types or things that aren't 4 times weak to grass. Alright. So it does about the same, it's not great, but it's not horrendous. However, Energy Ball clearly out-damages Giga Drain and Earth Power. So I'm going to test that out with Energy Ball instead. Now, the thing about this team is I don't need that grass type. I have Ferrothorn. So I could very easily forego Cradily for Ferrothorn. And Ferrothorn doesn't need the boosts to get damage done. It's actually pretty strong. And in general, Gastrodon is a lot stronger than Cradily. Its 2 stab type attacks are going to do a lot more damage overall than Cradily will. However, something like... Well, actually, something that's really cool is that with the Tyranitar support, I can beat a Charizard pretty easily, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's these kinds of things that you need to really figure out. So for this episode, we're going to test out Energy Ball. I might throw in Gastrodon for the next couple of episodes, and then on Thursday, I'm going to record a team analysis for this team. So, what we're looking at is a Whimsicott, Kangaskhan, Clefable, Mamoswine, Staraptor, and Heatran. So we're definitely going to want to get Trick Room up. That's without a doubt going to be what we want. So I'm going to start off with Camerupt and Cresselia. It's going to be probably our best bet. I am going to bring Ferrothorn. Well, yeah, I am going to bring Ferrothorn. I see Ferrothorn being very useful here. And I'm going to bring Tyranitar, and we're going to go with that. Heatran can hurt the Ferrothorn. Staraptor can hurt the Ferrothorn. But Staraptor doesn't give Cresselia too much of an issue. And even if it goes for Final Gambit, we'll survive the Final Gambit. That's the one thing. Final Gambit's hard to prepare for because there's really not much you can do to prepare for it. So it's either you bring something that can take the Final Gambit, or you just say, alright, well, I lost that Pokemon there. Final Gambit's pretty cool, though. I really like Final Gambit. I think it works pretty well. It's hard to get this webcam positioned right, because I like to move a lot, Final Gambit's really cool. I do really like Final Gambit, and who knows? Maybe it'll work well for us. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Cresselia can take a Final Gambit from a Staraptor, because it doesn't have too much HP, and Cresselia has a lot of HP, so yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. It can take out my Dusclops, though, so that's something I need to realize. But they're usually Scarfed, so they usually will go for Final Gambit. We might actually see Final Gambit Kangaskhan lead, but I'm expecting the Whimsicott lead. So Fluffy, yeah, we do see the Whimsicott lead. But unfortunately, we also see the Mamoswine lead, and I'm not too keen about that. I don't necessarily want to switch into anything, though, so I'm going to Mega Evolve, I'm going to Protect, and I'm going to go for Trick Room. I'm curious if I will be able to... We'll see. We'll see what I can do here. I could probably survive the Earthquake and go for Heat Wave. Goes for Endeavor right away. That's interesting. He goes for Rock Slide. Interesting as well. Well, I'm gonna go for... Well, he's actually gonna probably Encore me. So I'm gonna switch into Ferrothorn. And I'm gonna go for Trick Room again. Flinch is annoying, but it's not the end of the world to come back to that. I'm surprised he didn't go for Earthquake, because Whimsicott can take that pretty well. So it's not really... Oh, I'm noticing this music is way loud. I'm sorry. Let me lower that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it changed so randomly. Whoops. It just changed really randomly there. So you're going to go for Protect. I'm expecting an Encore off onto the Ferrothorn. Nope, just a straight up Moonblast. I don't know what this Whimsicott is doing. Don't understand it at all. What can I do here? I'm gonna go for Leech Seed onto the Mamoswine, and I'm gonna Ice Beam the Whimsicott. Alright, that should work. We might lose Cresselia here, but I'm actually kind of fine with that, because that will let us bring in either Tyranitar or Camerupt pretty safely. It depends on what he switches in here, but he's not going to take out my Cresselia in one turn, so I think we're good. It's actually going to be... Actually, I'm kind of hoping he takes me out here. I mean, I could bring in Tyranitar, so it's really not the end of the world. You know? Plus we get the Leech Seed off, so that'll do some damage. It's not Air Balloon. I'm gonna bring in Camerupt here. And I'm gonna Ice Beam the Whimsicott, because if the Whimsicott takes out my Cresselia here, or he goes for a Heat Wave, so either way, I think Cresselia is going down here. That will allow me to bring in Tyranitar really safely, and against the rest of his team so far, Tyranitar has a really good matchup. So, kind of happy with that. He's going for Moonblasts, which doesn't bother me too much, you know? It's not a huge thing against me. Tyranitar can take that very well. It has Assault Vest and Sand behind it, so it very easily can take that. So hopefully he doesn't predict us and go for Earth Power here. That would be a problem. We do get the Ice Beam off. I'm hoping Heat Wave, because Heat Wave is probably his best bet. That does a really good amount of damage. No, he predicts me and goes for Earth Power. That was really fantastic. I will give that to him. Was that a crit? That was not a crit. That must be... Is it a Life Orb? It's not Life Orb. That's interesting, actually. It's very interesting. And that doesn't take me out. That's ridiculous. Alright, we'll bring in Tyranitar here, who will actually end up taking out my own Cresselia, which I'm fine with. Yeah, that was a good prediction. That was a very good prediction. I'm going to go for Rock Slide. I'm going for Helping Hand onto the Tyranitar, because Whimsicott's most likely going to protect, so I might as well just get as much damage off onto the Heatran that I possibly can. He's actually just going to withdraw the Heatran into the fourth Pokemon, which is going to be the Clefable, which is interesting. So the Whimsicott does protect like we thought. So the Clefable is going to take this. It's going to hopefully take it not well. We'll see. It's probably physically defensive. Actually, I'm kind of happy with that damage. Very happy with that damage, actually. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright, so we bring in Ferrothorn. Now, Rock Slide most likely won't take out both the Clefable and the... No, what am I saying? It won't take out the Heatran, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up... Actually, you know, I'm just going to Seed Bomb the Clefable. Just make sure that it gets out of there. Because the Whimsicott's going down. It's an interesting Whimsicott. We haven't really seen any support moves, which I find personally very interesting. But that prediction into the Camerupt was very fantastic. I guess it's kind of obvious because, you know, what am I going to do against it, you know? You're going to see a Tailwind come off, which was a bit of a waste of a turn, because I'm slow enough. You didn't really need to do that. Yeah, I think that was kind of a waste of a turn. I probably could have just gotten damage off of my Tyranitar. I think that was pretty wasteful. That was very wasteful, actually. Trick Room, I mean, Trick Room does go out, but it doesn't really matter because my Pokemon are very slow, and clearly I'm on the Trick Room team because I already got Trick Room up. So I don't know if I agreed with that. So we're going to see the Heatran come in. We're probably going to see an attack onto the Tyranitar. So I'm going to go for Rock Slide, and I'm actually going to Leech Seed the Heatran, because honestly, if this Rock Slide isn't enough... Wow, so yeah, he's just gonna straight up switch out, which I'm kind of cool with, actually. Not sure why. I guess maybe because I could have Earthquake. I'm not really too certain. Moonblast does actually a lot more than I thought it would. We do get the Rock Slide off. It's almost enough to take out the Clefable. We do get the Leech Seed off onto the Mamoswine, which I'm very cool about. Alright, so far I'm good with those... Alright. And I can't... Well, I'm gonna go for another Rock Slide. Kinda don't have much of a choice. And I'm gonna Seed Bomb the Mamoswine. He's gonna go for Earthquake, which means, you know, if he's going for... he's gonna go for Protect, which means he's going for Earthquake. Yes, I am correct there. I don't know if Tyranitar will take this, which pretty much means I lost. Yeah, no, I did lose. Not a huge loss, though. That actually just straight up takes out the Mamoswine, which is kind of awesome. Kind of happy about that. But yeah, that prediction to the camera ups really cost me the game, and hey, at least it wasn't like hacks or anything. That was a good play. That was a very good play. So we're gonna see the Heatran come in. I'm gonna Leech Seed the Heatran because there's no point in me protecting. He's not gonna get whittled down by sand. He's not gonna get whittled down by anything else. The Clefable I don't think can touch us. Not that it had to touch us. Basically, it really only had to take out the Tyranitar in order to win. So he does go for Heat Wave. He's not gonna miss. This will take us out. So that's gonna be game right there. And I'm totally cool with that because, you know, we got outplayed there. And I'm totally fine with that. Yeah. Stuff happens. Yeah, so it wasn't a 4-0 loss, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm really, I wish I knew he would. See, like, once he went for that Earth Power, I was, like, thinking in my head, he's not gonna attack this Ferrothorn until he has to, and basically, my whole thought process behind that was that in order for him to win, all he had to do was take out the Tyranitar. Now, had I had Protect, I probably could have come out on top in that battle. However, I need Assault Vest to deal with Charizard Y. So, for me, it's not really needed. You know, one battle isn't going to really make me change my mind. This is just my thought process in general. I don't really need Protect on Tyranitar. I have plenty of things that can take, like, if there's a fighting type move coming out towards Tyranitar, I have Dusclops and Cresselia. I really don't need it. If there's a ground type move, I can survive most Earthquakes in general. You know, I can survive Garchomp, I can survive Mamoswine, so it's not, you know, the end of the world, and, you know, with Rock Slide and Ice Punch, most of those Earthquakes aren't going to really bother me too much. Although I guess Mamoswine is neutral to rock, so it's not as great as I thought it would be. But looks like we're going against a Scizor Charizard, Swampert, Latios, Amoonguss, and Terrakion. So I'm going to start off straight with my Dusclops. I really like Dusclops here. Actually, that Amoonguss, man. We might not see the Amoonguss lead. I'm going to start off with Counter Up Dusclops, bring Cresselia in the back, and then Tyranitar. Yeah, I'm a little... I already clicked yes. I was considering Cradilly because of that Swampert. And Swampert and Cradilly can also deal with Charizard. That might have been a misplay. Why does this volume keep raising? I don't really understand what's going on here. It's a little unfortunate. I'm gonna just try and keep it as low as I can. Something doesn't seem right. Okay, so we're gonna actually see the Mungus. I'm gonna double switch here. I'm gonna bring in Cresselia. I'm gonna bring in Tyranitar. I should have brought. I got too quick on that. Because Cradillia right there would have been perfect. Cause all I'd have to do is switch in for Dusclops, get the Cradillia in, switch in Dusclops, and that's it. You know. But that was. I chose way too quickly there. That was totally my bad. He goes for Earth Power, so that's a good play. That was a good play. He's probably gonna Spore. Yeah, he's gonna Spore my Cresselia. I think I could survive that Earth Power. Let's think what I can do here. I think I'm gonna Fire Punch the Amoonguss. Maybe we can get. Actually, no. I'm gonna go for Ice Punch on the Amoonguss. We're gonna go for. We're not gonna go for Trick Room. I'm gonna Psychic the Amoonguss and Fire Punch the Amoonguss. Let's just get the Amoonguss out of here. Earth Power did that much, so Scald won't do enough. Earth Power won't do enough. Yeah. He protects. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It was a good prediction, but that's fine. He's going for Scald for the burn. Does he get it? Every single time someone scalds my Tyranitar, it gets burned. I'm just completely considering switching him to special. It's kind of getting irritating that I just get burned so goddamn often. Then I lose the Rock Slide, so I don't know. I have to consider things. So I'm gonna Psychic you again. I'm gonna Fire Punch you again because at this point Tyranitar is useless. But like I also wouldn't really have very many physical Pokemon on my team then. So something like Swampert. I guess I have Ferrothorn for, so that's not a big deal. He's gonna withdraw. I'm fine with that because I'm probably still gonna be sleeping. You know, it's not gonna appreciate a double attack if I do get it off, of course. And I will survive, so I don't get the Psychic off, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Cradillia would have 100% been so much better here. So much better. Really annoying. Really annoying that I didn't think of that. I just was like, okay, Tyranitar, and then that's it. That was so bad. That was so bad. Excuse me. That was so bad. So bad, so bad, so bad. And I should have brought. I needed some kind of grass type move, you know. So I'm gonna bring in Dusclops here. Because Dusclops is gonna get Trick Room up. We can burn the Swampert, etc., etc., etc. Part of me doesn't necessarily want to go for Trick Room, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to Psychic the Charizard. I am going to go for Trick Room mainly because I have Mega Camerupt in the back, and I can still win this with Mega Camerupt. It's possible, so I'm going to have to just play my cards right. And if I can do that, I can win. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see here. We're probably going to see a Heat Wave, Earth Power onto the Dusclops, maybe? No, just a straight-up Overheat onto whom? Dusclops, probably. Yeah, Dusclops. How well do I take that? I take that really well, actually. I take that really, really well. And we are going to see an Earth Power onto the Dusclops. Can I survive? Probably. Yeah, and I do. Wow. 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 Awesome is all I can say, really. So what I'm going to do is, Charizard's at -2, so I'm going to Psychic the Swampert and Pain Split the Swampert. Get some good old HP back, survive another round of double attacking. Charizard will protect, which means the Swampert's not protecting, so that turn turned out pretty good for me. As long as I get the Psychic off, of course. Yes! Beautiful. Citrus Berry, not a huge loss. Not a huge loss. He does go for Earth Power. Again, it's not going to do too much to me. Really, not much at all. Now I'm going to Psychic the Charizard and do Nightshade damage onto the Swampert. Or should I just straight up switch into my you know what? I'm gonna straight up switch my Cresselia into Camerupt. And I'm going to Nightshade the Swampert. This sounds like a really weird play, but what I'm thinking is that this is going to put me in a better position in the long run. Because he's not going to go for Scald, he's not going to go for Earth Power onto the Camerupt. And if he brings out the Amoonguss here, which he does, although I could have Psychiced into that, which I was considering, I'll be in a good position. He does Scald! What the hell? Why would you ever do that? You're in the sun, that would do nothing. I don't get it. Well, either way, I can still come out from here. It's not a complete loss yet. I don't get that at all. That was either a top-level prediction or a misclick. And I want to go for top-level prediction. So that makes more sense. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Alright, whatever. I just, like, okay. Oh, that's not even enough. Oh my god, that wasn't even enough. Oh well. Seriously, who scalds in the sun with a Swampert? No, he didn't predict, he just did it. That's gonna do like 2 They did like slightly more. Wow, that's interesting. I can just take out the Swampert here, but then I lose my Dusclops, so I'm gonna Pain Split with the Amoonguss. Oh, the Amoonguss actually just protects. Great. Good prediction. Good prediction, I think. Yeah, good prediction. Good prediction. Trick Room should be over, though. Don't burn me. Doesn't matter. Actually, it will matter if he burns me. Okay, so he didn't... Okay, good. Good. I'm actually going to... I'm going to Psychic the Swampert and Pain Split the Amoonguss. Straight up going for Earth Power. It's weaker than Scald, isn't it? No, it's about the same. Cresselia wakes up. I get the Psychic off. I get the damage off. I kill the Swampert. Not too important, but I need to get rid of it. And you go for Spore and the Dusclops. Damn it. Yeah, I don't think that guy that he predicted the Mega Camerupt, or the Camerupt coming in, because he went for Scald again the next turn. So unless he was just trying to go for a burn, I really don't get that. So I'm going to go for Psychic, and I'm going to Pain Split on the Amoonguss. He's actually just going to straight up Heat Wave. I kind of expected the Amoonguss to protect here, because Cresselia outspeeds, but I guess it doesn't really one-shot it, so... not bad. Double loss again. But that, I really should have brought Cradily instead of Tyranitar. I really had no need to. So he puts my Cresselia to sleep, Heat Wave. If it doesn't miss, it will take me out. But just in case it doesn't, I'm going to Psychic the Amoonguss and hopefully bring this down to a 2-0. We'll see. No, he's just going to straight up go for Over. He didn't need to do that. I'm pretty sure they have the same accuracy chance, right? Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.